You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3, thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Barely Alive over here. Dan Farris, you all right?
I have never been better.
You look like you're in immense pain or something.
Better. Well, there was, you know, I don't know.
Internal bleeding.
You guys were going to introduce me to a lady, but I guess.
That's right. Well, we were going to. And
fine, whatever.
Something came up.
It's no big deal. Tattoo Day.
It is today?
It's National Tattoo Day. Oh. Tattoo appreciation. You both have ink. I do not.
You don't have any tattoos of any kind?
You know, it's been an interesting story. Because, you know, Steve Butterfield, the alien company.
We know him.
He was, historically speaking, he was one of the first people I ever met in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, summer of 1987. I was walking into the radio stations.
Yeah.
He was in the lobby painting call letters on the wall. Because apparently they had switched calling. And he goes, "You must be the new guy." And I said, "Who are you?" And he said, "The alien." And I went, "Yeah, no, seriously, what's your name?"
I'm not calling you that.
Been friends ever since, and of course he runs the Alien Tattoo. Well, we went on, and you got to know him. He said, "Hey, man, whatever you want, whatever you come up with, you know what? It's going to be on the house." And I actually came up with design. This would have been a dozen years ago or so.
Let's go do it.
It had to do with my kids' initials,
yeah,
and my then fiance at the time.
Ooh, let's take that out.
In about 3 weeks, I was going to get it done for my birthday. In about 3 weeks of my birthday, there was a breakup. So to this day, I just go, phew, dodge that bullet.
Right, for sure.
Because her initials were in that tat. So
well,
never done it.
Erase those out. Put in your future ex-wife's initials.
Tattoos go way back to, they have found them on cave walls, references to tattoos. They've seen tattoos on mummified bodies out of Egypt and stuff like that. So this is nothing new. It's been going on for a long, long time.
A lot of folks doing ink for a long, long time.
Heidi
13 tattoos, I think she's got.
Rocks Mount Muppmore.
Muppmore.
Yeah, and part of her nether regions.
She's got a whole bunch of Muppets on her lower back.
She does.
Also done by Alien and Company.
Done by Alien.
Yeah. I thought it was funny because it was going to be just a small little tattoo, and then all of a sudden she comes home and she's whispering in the other room.
Almost a belt.
Way bigger than it was supposed to be.
But it's become a nice little side hustle, a little stream of revenue, because on occasion, Heidi will go out with Phil Baker for the kids, and she puts on a little Muppet
and then
show.
they dance.
Which is nice. Until the mommies go, "Oh my, I think that's her butt." Don't look.
She does not really do that, so don't call and ask about birthday parties. It's not available.
I love
Since we started the Sanford Profile, they don't shake quite as well as they used to. So
Jeez.
That is the one downfall of losing weight.
So yeah, if you got ink, good on you. It is Tattoo Day. You've been thinking about it. Fantastic. Get a hold of Alien and Company and tell them Dan Farris sent you, and you'll get a receipt for your purchase.
There you go. That's a great way to do it. Thanks for listening on Tattoo Day on Sunny 93.3.
Do you have a credit card? Is it the very best credit card? Many people get their credit card as a response to an offer that was mailed to you. These are typically not the best cards. Check the fine print for the fees and interest. We have a website that compares many different cards being offered so you can find the one that's the best fit for you. If you'd like to find a better credit card, we'd love to help at bettercreditcards.net. There's no obligation. Just click and compare to see if we can get you a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Hi, Ranger Dan.
Rough and ready, I'm a heck of a man. I eat my beans from a big old can. I rough up bears and eat free ducks and run over possums in my government truck. I'm Ranger Dan. I look out for critters and campers, too. If you're wearing Crocs, I'm coming after you. Morning, chillin'.
Good morning, Ranger Dan. I love the theme song.
Something I've been working on, sitting around the campfire with my 80-proof canteen.
That was fantastic.
Little radio rangers gather on the radio. Ranger Dan's going to drop some critter knowledge on you.
Right.
This is fascinating. My favorite bird in the whole wide world is the crow.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
here's just a couple reasons
smart.
why. Number one, a herd of crows is actually a murder of
crows, yeah.
Yeah,
It just
that's
sounds-
pretty awesome.
Sounds way better than a herd of crow.
But listen to this. This is absolutely incredible. They're also considered one of the smartest birds on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Crows have the ability to remember human faces.
Oh, really?
And if they don't like you, it becomes pretty obvious. Here's what happened. They will remember you forever.
Oh, wow.
Some scientist friends of mine got a little murder of crows together.
Okay.
Laboratory caged them up, which didn't make the crows happy at all.
No.
When these scientists would come back in the lab, these crows would just mock them, heckle them, go nuts on them, which they thought was interesting. And so they put on masks and walked back, and the crows did nothing. When they took those masks off, the recognition was there, and all heck would break loose.
Really?
Yup. Gets even funnier. The offspring of those same crows
Also hated them?
also carried a grudge.
Taught to hate.
Carried a
The guy over
grudge.
there? His name is Mike. We don't like Mike.
So
We
yeah,
like Bob, but we don't like Mike.
yeah. If crows are eyeballing you, man, they're not forgetting. I think that's fascinating.
That's
I'm
awesome.
Ranger Dan, and hey, little radio rangers, guess what? Eat your vegetables, say your prayers, go to church, listen to your parents, don't play soccer, and for goodness gracious, don't wear Crocs.
You know
I'm
what?
Ranger Dan.
You know what? I'm not wearing Crocs anymore,
I'm
Ranger Dan.
Ranger Dan. Now you can be a good little radio ranger, John.
Now I'm wearing what
I was
Heidi
wearing
refers to
mocks.
as mocks. They're fake
They're
Crocs.
not even real Crocs. They're fake
These
ugly
are generic
shoes.
Crocs.
Which is why not everyone can be a little radio ranger.
Right?
You can. John
I
is
can.
denied
He's a
once
card
again.
carrying radio ranger. I am not. He wouldn't give it to me.
And why, when crows see John, they just shoot him the wing. They wing him right off.
Thanks for listening to Critter. What is it called? Ranger Dan's Critter Corner on Sunny 93.3.
The inventor of Rip It gloves has been a drywall guy for decades. He was trying to find gloves that worked for him and his crew, but nothing was quite right. So he went out and created some. Rip It gloves fit firm in your hand and protect your hands, but still allow you to use a touchscreen. Professional athletes love the extra grip Rip It gloves gives them. Painters, roofers, contractors, but also motorcycle and horseback riders. See why everyone loves Rip It gloves at ripitgloves.com. Use promo code radio to save 25%. That's RIPIT gloves.com, promo code radio.
Sunny 93.3. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. It's time now for water cooler talk.
Yeah, this is, I really dig deep. I drill down, see what's going on, certainly in the city and around the great state of South Dakota.
Yes,
I burn up shoe leather, I pound on desks, I demand answers.
he does.
You recall that time I kind of sort of had coffee with now Governor Christie Nome?
Yes.
You were telling me about it.
We were both wearing black, and we were at a
In the
coffee
same
shop,
room?
actually in Hartford. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and our eyes locked across the room. Excuse me, I need to have a little sip here.
He's just having fond memories while he takes a sip.
Suddenly my mouth was
It was a very fancy mug.
was a little dry. Governor Christie Nome has just come out and said, hey, you know what? Good news. The state of South Dakota is ringing in at a $19.4 million budget surplus for fiscal year 2019.
That's just this one year, and now it's like $184 million total.
It stacks up when you look at exactly what's going on. Yeah, we're sitting on a pile of do-re-mi, about $189 million
Isn't that
when
cool?
everything is factioned in. And now the legislature's Joint Appropriations Committee will get together later in the month to figure out how to just burn all that up for nonsense.
I have some ideas. I think what we need to do. No, seriously, I think what we need to do is put a bullet train between Sioux Falls and Rapid City. One that I can get in on Sioux Falls, and like 15 minutes later, I get out in Rapid City.
That's kind of a wicked cool idea, actually.
It'd just be like a boomerang, like just shoot you there instantly, you know.
Oh,
'cause
man, think of all the wildlife you could take out with something like that.
we could just be in a tube, kind of like you do at the bank. We'll have a little place to get out and pier on the way.
Well, here's my sneaking suspicion. So, say the state's sitting on 190 mil right now.
Yeah.
And it's not
that's
targeted
rounding up.
it's not targeted for much of anything. Well, towns and cities around the state can kind of ring in and go, "Hey, we need a little help over here.
Yeah.
Throw us a little bone over here."
We need some help in Smallville.
Well, Sioux Falls is sitting now with what's become really kind of a problem. An unfinished 5-story parking ramp downtown.
If we add another 5 stories, we'd have an unfinished 10-story.
But here's the thing. The people who were leveraging that deal,
Yeah.
the development company, they backed out of it. So now basically taxpayers sitting here going, what are we doing? So to me, it's like, hey, Sioux Falls, stay in your lane, man. Go with what you know.
Yeah.
Tap into that state surplus.
Yeah.
Fill that thing with sculptures.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing we're really good at
Sculpture
downtown,
ramp.
a craft brewery with a tap room.
Ooh, hey, there you go.
And then a gift shop with overpriced anything with pheasant, Sturgis, memorabilia, things like that. There's
a water slide and I'm in. No water slide.
So we'll keep you posted. I'm going to track this $190 million. I'll be calling Christy and see what's going on. We'll track every dime for you, man.
I like the idea of just returning it to the taxpayers.
It never happens, ever.
But if you go through and figure out how many citizens are there in the state, divided by the amount of money that's in there, even if we just said half of it.
Not citizens,
taxpayers.
property owners.
Yes,
property.
Period.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
That's it. If you got skin in the game, man.
All right. Well, I'm saying they dole a little check my way, and I'll buy a sculpture.
No, I can guarantee you they'll burn through that, and then there'll be tax increases somewhere and somewhere and somewhere, because that's just how life works.
We actually just had an opportunity yesterday. We had to go get a building permit. I didn't realize how hard it was.
What a process that
Well,
is.
yeah, we're like, we need a building permit. What are you building? We're a shed, and we're doing some work on an electrical panel and a basement bathroom.
There's so many
a bunch of
rules.
different things.
We're like, okay, we'll be back later for a building permit because we were not prepared.
15 years ago, I was putting up a 12 by 30 steel building, but it was out in the country, and I went and looked into a building permit and what you had to do, and so I went, you know what? Nope, put it out without a permit, got it all done, and they went, hey, you don't have a permit. I went, get off my property.
Well, we won't be doing that.
No.
But I did.
Yeah, we already got the permits.
Worked fine, thanks.
It was quite the process. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. His name is Dan Farris. Do you still own that property, Dan?
I do not.
I think the statute
somehow tied up in litigation somewhere. I don't know.
Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
Join us for a fun week in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic for the 3rd annual 80s in the Sand. We've been there the last 2 years. In addition to making a bunch of awesome new friends, we had so much fun meeting 80s actors and musicians. 80s in the Sand takes over the entire resort, so you'll mingle with them at the pools and the restaurants too. We'd love to have you join us. See the amazing lineup featuring Sammy Hagar and many more at radiotravelgroup.com. Save $200 per person for first-time guests at radiotravelgroup.com.
We've got Troy on the telephone from Maverick Recruiting to tell you about an amazing opportunity. This is a hot job that's available right now. Tell us a little bit about it, Troy.
It's an opportunity with a precision ag company. They do anything and everything with technology when it comes to making farming more efficient. Product portfolio is anything from crop sensing, water conservation, agricultural machine controls, aerial mapping, data collection, everything to make a farm run as efficiently as possible using all of the latest technology.
So is this position based right here in Sioux Falls then?
It can be based anywhere in the U.S., but Sioux Falls, I guess, would be a location that would work. An individual could work remote. So it's going to be an office-based position with 50% travel.
So what are the qualifications needed for this job?
Basically looking for at least a bachelor's degree, preferably in any form of agriculture. Precision ag experience is big. Dealing with OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, is another big part of it. And sales, business development, agriculture. It's a 6-figure position. The person's going to be able to walk away into the year at 120. I see the right person walking away around 150.
Wow, that sounds like an awesome opportunity for the right person. Where can we learn more about this particular position?
We have it posted on our website. Otherwise, just getting directly in contact with me or with John. My direct number is 605-940-0160.
And we'll give you that number again in just a minute. But first, tell me about some of the other hot jobs you have right now at Maverick Recruiting.
Construction estimator located in Sioux Falls. Very limited travel. I mean, that's a 80 to 100K position. General contracting experience. If they had stick frame experience, that's a big plus. Multifamily stick frame experience is a big plus. But that one's local. That one's still hot.
I have a lot of mechanics openings for cars, trucks, semis, construction equipment, even aircraft mechanics and jet mechanics in Sioux Falls area.
That's a lot of amazing opportunities available right now through Maverick Recruiting. If you'd like to reach out to them, their website is maverickrecruiting.com, or call and talk to Troy or talk to John at 605-360-6504. Credit cards, they can be trouble. About 12 years ago, we did a debt snowball program and got rid of our credit cards. We were debt-free except for our house. It was awesome. But over the course of the next decade, our credit score went down. That sounds weird, but they need open accounts to give you a score. Our lower score made our insurance rates go up. We decided to get a credit card to help with that. We just pay it off every month. If you want a better credit card, check out bettercreditcards.net. They'll help you compare all the different cards to get the best one for you. That's bettercreditcards.net. Sunny 93.3, time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Celebrities are fabulous. I love the part where celebrities get pregnant and show off what they call a little baby bump. Oh, look, they got a baby bump. Who's the daddy? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Going to give it a really stupid name, though. Because I can. I'm going to call my baby Apple or Pear or Rutabaga. Look at how great they bounce back into shape after that baby. They can do that because they have trainers and dietitians. Celebrities are wickedly cool. Hey, who's rich? Who isn't besides me?
I'm not.
Taylor Swift can tack on highest paid performer on the planet.
Seriously?
This year?
And she just was complaining that she had lost all the rights to all of her songs, but she's still doing okay. I thought she was dead
That's the
broke
rights
or
to her
something.
song. No, she raked in $185 million, John.
Well, good
So
Lord.
couldn't she buy back those songs if she wanted them?
How come he rags on me about stuff like
I
this?
know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
You're the one
Call
that
her
told me about
attorney,
it.
man. I don't look. I'm just saying
She
who's
won't return my calls anymore.
who's rich. She is actually number 2, and this confuses me. Not that I know a lot about the Kardashians because I don't. Is Kylie Jenner a Kardashian? Or are they just hang out in the same house or something?
They're sisters or something.
Okay. They refer to Kylie Jenner, who did $170 million. She's number 2 on the list.
170?
170 million.
And she
That's just earnings. This is not what they're worth. It's just
What
what
does
they
she
earned
do?
in the past year. Well, they have Kylie Jenner billed as the youngest self-made billionaire.
Wow.
How is I don't even know if it's a he or she. But
She. Well,
yeah, okay.
I think.
Alrighty. Let's see who else is on the list. But these guys are doing fine. They're just youngsters. They're just baby girls. Soccer star Lionel Messi. I've never missed his highlight films.
I don't know who that is.
127 million. Ed Sheeran, who's
Just saw him in a movie yesterday.
Ed Sheeran, who's
The movie was yesterday.
very popular,
Last week.
raked in 110 mil in the past year, $110 million.
Nice.
So there you go.
Jeepers.
Taylor, 185.
A whole list of people doing a whole lot better than any of us in this studio.
That's some serious coin.
Hey, but
Yeah,
if
it
we
is.
pool all of us together, we're
still not there.
180 something million behind.
Well, you know that kind of money. Does it make you happy?
You know what?
Does it make you happy?
I'm happy where I'm at right now. So
I'd be happy.
here's the thing that I can honestly tell you this. I've met several people who are very, 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 very wealthy that seem absolutely miserable. So money doesn't always equal happiness. As a matter of fact,
No,
there
but
was
it's-
one person that I
it's
met
a lot
who's
easier to cry in a Lamborghini than it is on a 10 speed.
Heidi makes a valid point.
I'm just saying, I know somebody that's super wealthy that it feels to me like he had zero friends and everybody around him just wanted at his money. And I always thought, boy, wouldn't that be
that's
terrible?
a pretty miserable
That would
existence.
just not be a fun way to live. So I don't know.
But if you already have friends, adding money to the mix might be kind of nice.
But then I've seen people who win the lottery and then like a year later, the money's all gone and then none of their friends like him anymore because of the money. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Is that what happened? When you were that childhood star?
I'm a washed-up childhood star. You can see my story on the Hallmark Channel, which I don't watch because I watch sports.
Well, Dan, always a pleasure to have you in here. Thanks for coming in and being our bonus for the bonus hour.
Love celebrities, man. They're my life. You know it. I know it.
I don't think he really does, but we'll go with that. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.